What is up, guys? Welcome back to another 1-0 podcast. And we are back. I tend to say we are back a lot of times. And look, I'm going to put it straight out there. You probably clicked on the video and the thumbnail, whatever, because it's a very interesting story.
It is.
So stick around for that.
Who would have thought someone in Melbourne could meet Addison Rae during a pandemic?
It's a dream come true.
It's more than a dream come true.
But we'll touch on it. Look, I'm not going to lie. The 1-0 podcast, a bit of a free-flowing. Don't really know what we're going to talk about. Not much going on in the world. COVID came, left, and came back again. So we're in Melbourne. And yes, I still did. All right, just wait. I know there's probably a bunch of 10, 15-year-old girls sitting there. How did you meet Addison Rae? But just wait, okay? Because it's a weird story. It's an interesting story. We're in Melbourne. COVID came, damaged a lot of things, lockdown, all of that, this and that. How'd you like the apples? And then it kind of didn't leave, but I think people got relaxed. And then now it's back again. And Victoria,
back again.
I was expecting that. Yeah, and now it's kind of back, and which could damage one interview that we're going to do. On the topic of interviews, next week, or maybe I don't know when you're watching this, Monday, this week there'll be an interview. And we're branching out of the football world because we're broadening our audience, as the kids like to say. Now, Matty boy, I think the people want to see and hear how I met Addison Rae.
It's really not that hard.
Shut your baby, Addison Rae.
God.
I just whipped on Carla. Don't clip that. Mitch or Sam, please don't clip that. Now, I just told you go.
Let the people know. They want to know.
All right. So, okay. If you're looking for these podcasts are also available on all podcast platforms. And if you are new, subscribe and like.
And on that, just if you think he's the biggest dickhead after this story, then like as well.
Now you make me scared to say it. Yeah. So what happened? So, I mean, I just told you what my last couple of weeks have been. Interesting stuff, all that. So I've been having some weird dreams, interesting dreams. I haven't really slept much, to be honest, the last week. But as I say, I don't know what they say.
Dreams come true.
Dreams come true, hopefully, or for some of them. Now, this one was a little bit dark, but there was some light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I'll tell you how it all led up. I'm so embarrassed to say it. So, what happened? So, you got to listen to my dream now, pretty much. It's a dreams podcast. We were walking. It was myself, Georgia, behind the camera, my sister, and two other people who shall remain unnamed. Okay, because it's interesting. Could be possibly. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it there. Now we were walking, and there was like a little inflatable, like the inflatable slides.
Yeah,
like you can slip down. They've got like soccer goals. They've got all that stuff, like those big giant ones.
The Kmart summer toys.
Yeah. There was this massive one on a river. I don't know where we were. The sky was like orange on the river. Now, what happened is I went down this slide. I can't even say it. I went down this slide, and there was these 4 boys playing soccer. And like their dad and mum were on the bridge, and they threw. I'm telling the truth. I feel like you're looking at me like I'm an absolute donut.
Go on.
Their parents were throwing the ball to them, and they were like probably our age, 18, 19, 20. So they threw the ball. And I went to catch it, but I dropped it, and it went in the water. Just
like your goalkeeping skills in under 9 Boxall against Burundara, and we're 4-0 up.
I'm the best goalkeeper Campbell Grammer's ever seen. The game against Marcel. Yeah. That's a story for a different time. Probably just a story time one.
Yeah.
So then what happened was they got really angry. They're like, bro, what WTF? They go, what was that for? I'm like, I'm sorry. I went in to get it, and I fell in the water. It was like dirty water. Oh, come on, I'm so stupid. So then they got really angry, and they were like big boys. They were,
gym bros.
Yeah, gym bros. Not like the guy at Magic Gym last week. And so then I went back in. I fell in the water. I got the ball, brought it back out. What do you think happens next?
They bash you up.
Close.
Damn.
The ball goes out to the parents again, and they throw it back in. And I was trying to be funny, yeah. So I punched the ball, and it went back in the water. And now, what happened next was unbelievable because you know how a dream shit just happens. I'm looking. We've only been going for 5 minutes, and you still don't know how I met Addison Rae. We went back to all of a sudden I was in this room, and some of my mates were there, and the room was on fire, which I think corresponds to what's been happening. Well, the room was on fire, and we were in a battle. Now my mate was buried in sand, with his head just popping up like a mermaid. Remember you ever did that? And you draw boobies on them. Now my mate was buried in sand. My other mate was strapped to a chair.
This is worrying.
Yeah, no, it's a bit scary. And then I don't want to go into too much detail because it's a bit frightening. But yeah, he was strapped to a chair with fire coming up. I was there also. So I'm worst case scenario, holy moly, guacamole, we are cooked. Now these boys were dominating us, scary shit. Next thing you know, guess who's the superhero?
Who's a superhero?
I am. Not Addison Rae. Addison Rae is still not here. So I found this secret door, kind of like in our garage studio. Not a garage, what do we call it? Garage studio. There's a little attic kind of thing upstairs. Kind of like that. There was a secret door. So then I got my mate out of the sand. I got my wrapped him out. I was smashing everyone. WWE, Superman punch, bang.
It's like a jailbreak.
Money heist type shit.
Yeah. Prison break.
And in this, you wouldn't believe who was in this room.
Who was in this room?
Shoddy, a bad bitch. Addison Rae.
She was in the room.
Out of nowhere, Addison Rae comes out. It sounds like the biggest bullshit story. But Addison Rae, don't. Addison Rae was in that. And I remember, without trying to get too emotional, she was there saying what I saw there was some of the strongest and toughest things I've ever seen in my life. And this is so stupid. And I tell you, I wish I was lying because the rest of the dream was pretty fucking scary. But and she's like, yeah, this is the toughest thing I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, and all that. She's like, yeah, I've got crazy respect for you. Now I asked her to come on the podcast. Guess what she said?
Yes.
Addison, come out. No, I'm joking. So, yeah. She said no. She just walked off. I'll tell you what. She's good on Instagram. She's good in real life too.
I'm talking about that. Every time I scroll past her post, every post liked by Costa Fruits. Every single post.
Don't expose me. George is here. George, you didn't hear that.
even at early in the morning, 8 a.m., she might post overnight. The first person that likes it.
Who, me?
It's like you got notifications on.
Maybe not. Don't expose me. So yeah, Addison Rae. I mean, it's just a bit weird that Addison Rae popped out in a dream like that. There was scary thoughts, but as they all saying, it was light at the end of the tunnel. So technically, it's not clickbait because I did meet Addison Rae.
Just through your dream.
Just not in real life.
Yeah.
Now we are going to manifestation this because Addison Rae will join us on the podcast one time. But yeah, look, that's how I met Addison Rae.
That's your incredible story that you wanted to share with the viewers.
I'll tell you what, I told you I haven't really slept much. Guess what? This is I didn't tell you this. We met Brenda Favola. If you're not from Melbourne, or not aware of AFL, unfortunately, Jordan's not here for this. Why were you at a hotel? You and your dad were at a hotel, and we came to visit, and you were on the first level. I tell you, I had some cooked dreams. We were on the first level, and you took an elevator. What? Yeah,
elevator to the
took an elevator because the bottom was the foyer room, and then we're in the elevator with our bags, and the door opens, and guess who's there? Fevalicious. And the Loosh. Now he's there. And we're like, oh my gosh, Fev, we're massive fans, whatever. They were like, we've got a podcast, we'd love to get you on. Guess what he did?
He said he'll get us on the radio station.
He's like, how many subs do you have?
Oh.
And I can't remember. I said 150, 160. He's like, and the elevator door closed and he walked around the other way. I can't remember. Didn't I tell you that?
You get rejected a lot in your life, it sounds like.
Now we're getting personal, man. So yeah, what about you? Have you had any? Somehow it's turned into 10 minutes of Costa's dreams.
I reckon that's enough. I reckon we should wrap it up there.
You've had no crazy
I had
dreams.
nothing.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. Wasn't
Maybe tonight I'll dream about us winning the league in 2 years, or anything. But
you know what would be a dream? If we get 200 subs by the end of July.
That would be a dream.
It's currently June.
About 28 or something.
But 26 says it right there, you donut. The bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, if we could get 200 subs by thingy. Also, message Addison Rae. Tell her that Costa had a weird dream and she nearly saved my life. And tell her to come on the podcast. Tell also Brendan Favola that he knocked back our offer to come on the podcast. In my dream, not in real life. Love you, Loosh. Yeah. If you're also new to this and you just listened to this and you watched it and you said, what are these boys on? It's okay. We're strange.
I think
I don't know, Matt. My dreams kind of creep me out a little bit. If you are new, thanks for joining. Merry Christmas. Shut your bad bitch, Addison Rae. Make sure to subscribe, like the video. They're going to be seeing this on a Monday or a Tuesday. On Monday or a Tuesday. Which means later in the week, you'll be seeing a very special interview. Like we said, out of football. Which also means I'm going to give you guys a hint. Now, if you came from the football one, I said Dwayne Johnson, didn't I?
Yeah.
If you come from this one, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Two pretty big blokes.
We'll leave you on that. Thank you guys for watching. Tune into our podcast on all the platforms, 1-0. Instagram _1-0. I'm Costa. That is Matty Boy, a.k.a. Salim the Dream. We've been 1-0. We're out.